Hi, welcome to Jadekine Gaming. I am Adam, and today I'm gonna unbox the Dungeon. This is Dungeon Tiles Master Set, which was from Dungeons & Dragons Essentials, so during 4th edition, but it's put out by Wizards of the Coast, and it's cardboard tiles that come in this box, and you can sort of assemble them together to make a dungeon. And just come down and get right into it. It'll explain itself, I'm sure. I've gotten a few of the smaller ones, but both of the other boxes, which were the City and the Wilderness. But I mean, it is Dungeons and Dragons, so this will be mighty cool. Alright, more plastic. But it comes in this box, and there are ones that aren't in boxes. They have like more specific sets, and the box has a spacer, so the box is not full of them. So don't think, oh, that's a really thick box, it's a whole bunch. I mean, it's a decent number, but it's not full. Let's see if I can just do this without having to get something out of a drawer. Cut it open. Put that over here. Nope. There we go. Thought, gee, I'd opened up the outside. That'd be funny. Anyways, so each of these, and we'll start from here. And this is each of them, whatever, it's a full sheet, and there's bits that pop off of different sizes. And like these lower ones, like there's a door, and then there's some blank ones. And this one up top, and there's several. I don't know if you can kind of see where with the glare, you can kind of see where the punch-out lines are, because it's easier than punching them all out right now. But you see there's this design on these outer ones. Then if you look at the opposite side, this one, it has like a checkered pattern. Trying to think. Is that, I think that might even be the right for a chess or checkers board. Like the right number even. Almost you could do like a scene like in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. With the chessmen. But anyways, we also get some other things down at the bottom. That could just be dungeon dressing. Here's a door that's where it's not just a doorway, but the door is there and open. Little pool of water, fountain, statue. Table and chair. Easy enough. Next sheet. Alright, that's... Huh. Okay, so this sheet has something really cool, and then something I'm like, huh? I mean, whatever. Because I do not get why these are just black. What purpose could that possibly serve? I mean, I suppose you could put them between different things to show just blacked out areas, but I always think, I mean, just leaving it no tile there at all solves that. So, whatever. But this is cool. It's a jail cell with cell, like, it's like jail with cells of different sizes. You can see the bars and the doors, and there's some water, and there's like I think that's even like a torture rack over there. So that's cool. And then on the other side of that is pretty much just a nice big blank room, which is useful. And then we get... Alright, so this one here is just... Like, there's no door to this, which almost says to me maybe a room above has like a trapdoor that falls down into this. And you get some rubble. Rubble bits are cool, and statue. Alright, we get a big pool in a room. I let the glare hit it, you can see where it cuts. We get, I think that's some sort of big gate. That's what that looks like to me. And then some stairs of different widths, or circular stairs. And then, yeah, that was a gate, because here it is open, and some more that are just, empty rooms, which are useful just for, filling up the space. We get, looks like a little wooden bit of floor, which I'll assume there's got to be more of elsewhere for that to be useful. A little desk with some papers and alchemy stuff. A big banquet feast, which, I mean, along with a throne and a big round table. So those are all, could definitely, I mean, that's like a giant's throne. So yeah, you can come up with some cool ideas to run with those, definitely. And then some more just rooms. A couple rooms at the top. This room has these sort of sarcophagus, like knight sarcophagus. There's a big pit, like a pit trap or something, and like there's elevated platforms up to like a raised area on that. The back of the ones that had stuff are now blank, and the back of the ones that were blank on the other side are now wooden, and wooden with stairs. So we have a few of those wooden rooms. Could be even like what, maybe what comes into the dungeon, like you enter it from somewhere. I think those are bookshelves. We have like a row of bookshelves. You can see where the cut marks are. Another one of the doors, stairs, a little crack in the ground, pit trap. We get some closed doors down here. Some like stored crates and barrels, stairs. A cool like eagle magic altar thing. A smaller spiral staircase, and some bars, like a barred doorway, and another of the blank black ones. I don't much care for those. Anyways, on the back of that, like a magical effect. Each of those doors now has an open version, and just some texture on some of these. Like some of them are a bit more cracked than others, which could just show wear, but in general, just some blank ones. More cracks in the floor. Gee, I guess we're going to have a lot of those. Bookshelf, rubble, purple fog, I think that is. Spiderweb. A much more, what looks like deliberate hole in the ground. Trap door, like not a trap door, but like a trap door that you could like open and go into. And then some closed single doors. Bars. I don't think I mentioned that, but obviously those are bars. On the other side, each of the doors has either an open version or a broken version, so that's nifty. There's the, whatever, the ladder leading down into that trapdoor area. Okay, these black ones have almost like a bit of texture in there, and I guess they're designing it as if, oh, you're gonna need that to go in between rooms, but I don't. I would just use blank. Here's another big open blank one and a long. On the other side is like, okay, bookshelves, alchemy, it's like an alchemist lab, and then this thing is little alcoves in the side of a wall. So, ultimately, like, this is only going to be used very rarely for a specific situation, but it's cool to have if you don't. And the back is blank, so that's used in generic situations. Here's another one just like that, of blank backs. And on this side, alright, we got a row of beds that each have, like, storage chests in it. How creepy would that be in a dungeon if you come to that and there's just like a row of beds made? Like, if you have, like, 4 party members and the party is walking through the dungeon and all of a sudden they get to a room with 4 beds laid out and made for them in the middle of what is a tough dungeon. They don't trust that, and that's the point. They shouldn't. That could just be creepy and fun to use. And then sarcophaguses, some of which are broken open. Ooh! We get like a blue and a red, like, swirly vortex thing. We get this pit trap, this magic circle. What are these? Looks like some skulls, like a magical mirror, bit of rubble. That looks like a lever, a ladder, and another of the black ones. Some blank ones, and then we have some bodies, magic altar thingies, and little statues, gargoyles or something. And that's it. So, that is what you find in the dungeon. Which, other than the handful that are just, have one side that's just black, and I mean, I think the idea is, can find one of them. Then if you have like, oh, you put these like this, and you have this corner here, but there's no room here, you put the black one there to show, oh, there's not a room there. But why wouldn't I just leave it blank? There's not a room there. There's nothing there. But I think that's their thought process behind putting some of those in there. But I'd rather just have some extra, even just blank, just some grid, some extra. I can now have, a little extra area of floor, or extra pit traps, or any of the just generic stuff that could even be just used multiple times, some extra doors, whatever. But yeah, that just seems a little wasted. But there's a lot here, and there's some cool, like some of like the alchemy lab, that creepy room of beds to go in the middle of a dungeon. There's some cool stuff there. I will find somewhere where you can get it online, and I'll link there. Otherwise, you might still find it in your friendly local gaming store, but as it came out back during 4th edition, it's a bit of an older product now, so unless they carry some older stuff, probably have to get it online. But they are useful, they are fun. I'm actually at a point where I'm getting ready. I don't know if I'll use these or some of the others, but I'm like, alright, I'm gearing up for a campaign where I'm going to use some tactical combat. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a while for me. I've done a lot of theater of the mind, which I love, and I love mixing them. But it's been a while since I've done tactical stuff, and I'm like, alright, I want some cool ideas. Because generally my thought is, if I'm going to do tactical combat, if it's just going to be a bunch of blank rooms, I don't want to bother. It is when the rooms start to have interesting stuff for both players and opponents to interact with that a tactical combat situation is so much fun for me as a game master. And I think in general it can be fun for the players as well, especially once they manage to get the upper hand on utilizing the environment. But yeah, so and that's what some of the things. Some of them are just blank for build your own dungeon. Others are cool ideas to throw into rooms. So yeah, I'll link where you can find it if you want to check this out. And they have a whole bunch of other ones if you're looking, if the dungeon isn't what you want. I know I have unboxings at least of the wilderness and the city. You can check through my channel and find those, or ask and I'll link to you. Otherwise, just have a great day. Bye.